San Diego, America's 8th largest city with a population of 1.4 million. Seems like an ideal location for a professional sports team. It has a beautiful climate, a median household income of $89,000, and a thriving tourism industry that attracts over 35 million visitors annually. With its prime location on the Pacific coast, just 120 miles south of Los Angeles and 20 miles north of Mexico, San Diego appears to have all the ingredients for a bustling sports market. Yet, despite these advantages, the city has struggled to maintain its professional sports teams, losing both the Clippers in 1984 and the Chargers in 2017 to Los Angeles. But how does this happen? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain the 5 factors that make San Diego such a difficult city for sports franchises to thrive in. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's dive right into it. The first factor is something that is out of the city's control but needs to be addressed. The Clippers and Chargers, quite frankly, have had shitty owners. We all know the story with Donald Sterling, who bought the Clippers in 1981 and moved them to Los Angeles in 1984. He is notorious for being one of the worst owners in sports history. While his racist comments in 2014 led to his lifetime ban from the NBA, his tenure as ownership was marked by years of terrible management. Sterling subjected Clippers players to terrible working conditions, focused solely on the bottom line, and showed little to no concern for the team's success or player well-being. For example, in the late 2000s, Sterling was known to heckle his own players during games, particularly Baron Davis, shouting criticisms from his courtside seat. He also allegedly brought women into the locker room after games, telling them to look at his players' beautiful black bodies. I can go on and on about how bad of an owner Donald Sterling was, but that video would be an hour long, so let's move on to the Chargers. Although Chargers owner Dean Spanos wasn't openly racist and a terrible person like Sterling, he similarly prioritized minimizing expenses over team success. For over a decade, Spanos threatened to move the team, using this as leverage for a new stadium. His final proposal to keep the Chargers in San Diego, known as Measure C, asked for a hotel tax increase that would have cost taxpayers over $1 billion to help fund a new stadium. When voters rejected this plan, with only 43% voting in favor, Spanos moved the team to Los Angeles in 2017. Ironically, he ended up paying a $645 million relocation fee to the NFL, which was more than he was willing to invest in a San Diego stadium. This move demonstrated Spanos' prioritization of potential profits over loyalty to the San Diego fan base, further exemplifying how poor ownership can negatively impact a city's sports culture. While terrible ownership has certainly played a significant role in San Diego being a bad sports city, it's not the only factor at play. The second major issue facing San Diego is its challenging market location. Let's look at this map of San Diego. To the west of the city is the Pacific Ocean, limiting fan base growth in that direction. To the east, the landscape quickly turns to mountains and desert, areas with sparse populations. To the south is Mexico, where despite growing interest in American sports, loyalty often leans towards more nationally recognized teams, such as the Lakers in the north. The city of Los Angeles is one of the largest sports markets in the world, and its proximity to San Diego not only creates competition for fans, but also for media attention, corporate sponsorships, and even player recruitment. Let's compare this to a great sports city like Pittsburgh. Despite having about 1 million fewer residents than San Diego, Pittsburgh benefits from being the only major sports city in its region. This means it can draw fans and support from all of western Pennsylvania and even parts of neighboring states. There's no nearby mega market like LA to overshadow it. This geographic isolation allows Pittsburgh teams to cultivate a dedicated, widespread fan base, something San Diego struggles with due to its unique location challenges. The third factor hurting San Diego as a sports city is their population. Experts often describe San Diego's population as transient, which has significant implications for building a stable sports fan base. A transient population refers to a community where a large portion of residents are not permanent, often moving in and out of the area over relatively short periods. This lack of long-term residence makes it challenging for teams to build generational fan loyalty, a key component of successful sports franchises in other cities. In San Diego's showcase, this is driven by a few things such as a high military presence with large bases hosting over 100,000 active duty personnel, a significant university population of over 200,000 students, and a large tourism industry welcoming millions of visitors each year. This constant flux of people affects sports fandom in several ways. It's harder to build the kind of generational team loyalty seen in cities with more stable populations. With so many people moving to San Diego, many residents maintain loyalty to teams from their hometowns or previous cities of residence. Transient populations are also less likely to commit to season tickets or attend games regularly, resulting in inconsistent attendance, which we will talk about later. As a result of all of this, San Diego teams often struggle to maintain a consistent, passionate fan base, which can affect everything from game attendance to public support. Obviously, this makes San Diego a worse sports city. The fourth factor is the climate and lifestyle. With an average of 266 sunny days per year and temperatures rarely exceeding 80 degrees Fahrenheit, San Diego offers near-perfect weather conditions year-round. This climate encourages a lifestyle centered around outdoor activities like surfing, hiking, and beach going. While this makes San Diego an attractive place to live, it also competes directly with sports for residents' free time. On a beautiful Sunday afternoon, many San Diegans might prefer going to the beach over sitting in a stadium or watching a game on TV. This is known as the fair weather fan phenomenon and can really hurt attendance. In the Chargers' last season in San Diego, they ranked second to last in the league in attendance, filling only 80% of their stadium capacity on average. Compare this to teams in less favorable climates, like the Green Bay Packers, who have sold out every home game since 1960 despite Wisconsin's harsh winters. The contrast highlights how San Diego's pleasant climate and outdoor lifestyle options can significantly impact sports attendance and fan engagement. The fifth and perhaps most crucial factor in San Diego's sports struggles is the city's economic landscape and the resulting public funding dilemma. This factor is the thread that ties together all the previous factors we've discussed. Most people don't know that San Diego, despite its allure, faces a unique economic challenge. The city has one of the highest costs of living in America. As of 2024, San Diego's cost of living is 44% higher than the national average, and housing costs a staggering 136% above the U.S. average. The median home price in San Diego is around $840,000, nearly triple the national median. With residents spending this much on housing and living expenses, many simply can't afford to spend money on game tickets. For perspective, the average ticket price for a Chargers game in their final season in San Diego was $84.55. For a family of four, including parking and concessions, a single game could easily cost over $400, more than half of the average San Diegan's weekly income of $735. When you really lay these numbers out, it's clear why many residents choose to go to a free public beach over a costly stadium visit. But the real kicker is the public funding issue. Whether you like it or not, if a city wants a professional sports team, taxpayers have to pay a lot of money to build the stadium. Take, for example, the Las Vegas Raiders Allegiant Stadium, which opened in 2020. The total cost of the stadium was around $1.8 billion, with $750 million coming from the public. In contrast, the residents in San Diego voted against a hotel tax increase, which would have funded the new stadium. This stark difference illustrates how the willingness of a city to provide public funding can make or break a team's future in that location. While Las Vegas saw the Raiders Stadium as an investment in the city's entertainment and tourism industry, San Diego voters prioritized other public needs over a new football stadium. But all hope isn't lost for San Diego sports fans. The San Diego Padres have managed to weather these challenges and remain a part of the city's fabric. Since moving into Petco Park in 2004, the Padres have shown that with the right combination of factors, professional sports can thrive in San Diego. Their success story involves several key elements, including a downtown stadium that integrates the city's urban core, a committed ownership since 2012 that has invested in the team, and recent success, including a trip to the 2022 NLCS, which reinvigorated the fan base. While the Padres still face the challenges we discussed in this video, they provide a pretty good blueprint for how a sports team can succeed in this unique market. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video. It means so much to me. Leave a comment too. What do you think is the most important factor in why teams leave San Diego? Thank you for watching.